Then we'll go into stretching.
Okay.
And then we'll go into, I'll see what your energy's like, cardio weights back and forth.
Okay, that sounds great because
Possibly.
I need to kind of wake up on the inside, so. That's this thing, yeah?
And you're already recording.
I am.
Okay. So yeah, so let's just have you push start.
I'm mostly showing off how flabby I am in the beginning.
Oh, and that's the spot, right? This is the spot, and then this.
How much the bum sags to the back of the knee, okay, when you want that lifted. Okay, let's go.
Okay, just push start.
Okay.
Okay, good. And this is not the best thing to be videoed on. It's so funny, I have my professional photographer in here, and I'm all, she's like, oh, do you want me to do any kind of videoing of this? I'm all, no videoing of this. All you see is jiggles.
Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. I used to get paid to do this. No, I'm just kidding.
No, there's one that's like the torque. It just gets the butt only going.
Okay.
It's so funny. So there's all these different programs. I'm just having you start off on this one. The full kind of, but then there's different ones, and we're gonna do different things on this. So I like you just to kind of get warmed up on here, and then let's have you, in a second, I'm gonna have you do a couple different things. I will get my nifty timer. Yeah, so great. So we could just, we'll just video things.
I'm cracking up. I didn't even notice all the superhero stuff before. I have always been so like, I can't put superhero stuff in my spa setting because it's not spa-like.
No, but see, the thing is mine is like this. The workout room is like the superhero room, and then over here it's kind of a little bit different. And then I'll show you, but I can't do it today.
The bathroom's beautiful. It's completely different than like what you're experiencing in here.
I'm a theme person. Like my house has all these different themes, right? And so I'll show it to you next time, not today, because there's all my stuff for wrapping inside the sauna room. But then that's a beach theme in there.
Okay.
So and and you can see that. Remember we were talking about my eclectic lot of stuff. So, okay, so this is great. I wanted to ask you too about measurements and if you wanted to do those.
Sure.
And weight and all that stuff.
So right now I'm at like 142, which used to be my ideal weight when I was 162. But now I like 122.
Okay, let me write that down. So,
except for I lose my boobs when I get to 122, so there's a part of me that likes my current.
Exactly.
You know?
Weight right now is, you think 142, or it is. Your goal weight is
122.
So 20 more pounds. Then your heaviest weight.
Not being pregnant was I called it 160, but it was like it was definitely in the 50s, close to the 60s.
Okay,
like
so
158 or something like that.
Okay.
Non-pregnant.
Okay, so you got this 20-pound gap. You got the 160, the 140. Now you want to go to the 120. So
and I dropped from 150 to 120, and I did a fast, and I did like just a moderation of food. And it worked, except for I wasn't exercising, and so I had no ability to build muscle and all that kind of stuff. So it was dangerous.
Got it. Okay, and you lost, what was the pounds that you lost in that?
Almost 30 pounds.
And how long?
In 2.5 months. Hardcore 2.5 months, but for first 6 months it was very slow and subtle, and then immediate drop after I started getting like super dedicated to.
What do you think was the biggest thing that helped for that?
I lost a lot of my budget for food.
So you did the no eating.
So I did the extreme. I had the extreme. Sort of like, okay, so all I need is bone broth and call it trail mix.
That was your thing.
That was my thing, bone broth and trail mix, and I spiced up all my trail mix, and I spiced up all my bone broth, and I made it all good. I might have ate those capers with crackers and cheese from time to time, but that was my only other snack. And then I actually, when I did go out to eat, I didn't hold bars. Like I just ate whatever I wanted. I didn't have a.
Well, that's my style too. Is like I'm super, super clean, and then when I want the hamburger or something, I have it, and I
Don't
don't
deny
worry
it.
about it.
I don't deny it. No.
Because you just,
I
banked all those calories,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I
And you can get away with doing that every once in a while.
Well, and I just felt when I don't have to worry about, you know, my food budget, I can allow for eating out on the occasion,
Yeah.
and I can, and the same right with my weight.
Yeah, exactly.
My weight's never been like, you know, when I was young, I was obese. I was an obese child,
Okay,
and my whole entire family is obese.
okay.
So I grew up trying to constantly find working out, exercising, dancing, doing all this kind of
Yes,
stuff.
that's what I did. I had the thing in my, because I was a chubby teenager, and I had the, I don't even know what it's called anymore. It's like an elliptical, but it's not, but it's like a cross-country skier
Oh, the
thing.
cross country.
And my sister and I shared a room, right? And all through high school, that's what I did. I was like, doing my leg lifts and all kinds of working out things.
Yeah, and it just trains your body.
Yeah.
I mean, you might not sustain it forever, but it trains your body to have that internal sort of, and you can get up and go whenever you need to.
Exactly. Agreed.
Yeah.
Totally. So, talking about your stuff, so we've got us scheduled next week, but I'm still waiting to hear back from one more client. I have to call her. I don't think she's a texter. She's like in her 70s.
Got it.
I tried texting her. She's a newer client, so to try to get you, see if we could get you in Monday, but if not, we'll do Tuesday.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do 3 days a week. I know you mentioned 3 weeks, but I almost feel like wouldn't it be good to do the month of January? The
Yeah,
whole
I
month?
kind of
So
thought
4
we did
weeks?
say the month.
Okay, I thought we, like when we talked again. So I think that'll be good and we can just see what happens, right? So, I know that you're not that into doing too much work today, so then this will be a good day to also do the measurements and add all that into the session plan. But it's always good to get in, and I'd like you to step on my scale if you feel okay with that because
Good.
it does the body fat
Yeah.
limit. I don't really use the old school thing anymore, but yeah.
Yeah, there's new tools in life.
I know, and I used to have a hand one, and then that one just, you know, took a poop, so I'm like, oh, I've got my scale, so we'll do, okay, so now let's have you turn around and do standing spinal twist, so that's just turning around, putting your arms down, holding long, deep breaths up your spine. This one just feels so good. Obviously, we know this is a yoga move, but when you've got it on the pulsar, it's just like, oh, I just feel like so good after I do this one. So after 3 deep breaths, go back to the middle, and then coming back around. And FYI, I don't know what your schedule's like, but mine opened up for this afternoon.
Oh, okay, because I had us down for 3 o'clock.
Yeah, if you wanted to do earlier, I can.
Okay.
If you can't, then we won't.
No, I can.
Let's give you this cup. So the thing is I have, I just realized, I'm like, oh, I don't have my creamer.
Oh, I don't do creamers, it's cool.
Oh, you like black?
Yeah, I got off the milk last year. I realized I was burping all the time, and I burp naturally. I'm a burper. I'm a burp.
Yeah.
Burp all the time, but it happened less when I didn't have as much milk. And so I thought, oh shit, you know, like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you realized?
Yeah, and I drink pots and pots and pots and pots and pots of coffee all day long.
Okay.
So that's a shit ton of milk. And yeah, I'm all for, if my diet's too expensive for me, we don't do it. Because I buy raw milk, I buy raw creamer.
Yeah.
So it gets expensive.
Oh, yeah.
And so if my body's saying you don't need it, it's real easy to cut it off. Like all I gotta do
Totally.
is,
Like,
you know.
I could use these extra dollars in my pocket right now.
Right? It's not an issue. I spend $17 a gallon on milk,
Oh, yeah.
and my son has bone issues, so I don't mind it at all.
Oh, yeah.
And it feels good. I'll chug all kinds of milk, but
Yeah.
I just decided like not in my coffee anymore. It took me a long time because the comfort of your coffee tradition,
Yeah.
it's got nothing to do with the coffee.
No. I just love the taste of it. Like, I love to treat myself to a latte.
Okay.
I love a lot, so I am not a black, so for me, I will not, I don't care how much I want a coffee, if there's no creamer, I'm not drinking it.
That's so funny
I'm
because
the opposite.
I will drink a latte, but I will not consider it a coffee.
That's funny.
How funny, huh? I'll drink any other of the other drinks, but I don't consider it a coffee. I still have to have my coffee. Like, that was just a treat.
That is funny.
Like an ice cream.
No, it's a total treat, and I just don't spend that kind of money on beverages like that usually. You know, like
Right?
I'm like, yeah. So I just am like, no.
So spoiled with my coffee. $8 coffee, don't even care.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't even care.
So let's.
Pissed off at a 99-cent coffee. Like, what the fuck did I get this for?
I know, right? Okay, so let's do some stretches. Yeah, we didn't do this last time, so I'm gonna have you lay down actually, and let's start. And I'm gonna time you on all these, okay, for 60 seconds. So you just relax. I'll tell you when to switch. So put your legs straight up in the air, just one of them, and then one leg will be just like that. So then just holding this. We're just doing a hamstring stretch. Oh my gosh, timer.
Oh my god, I still feel like I need this so badly.
Yeah, you're gonna feel good after today because we're gonna add a lot of stretching in today. It's not gonna be some crazy go workout.
I loved that. I loved being in that mental capacity to be able to do that. And I know you could get me there like in an instant. Like I got excited just coming over here.
Yeah, that's great. Girl, but that's the extent of it.
But that's the extent of it. As soon as I'm gone out of here, I'm not excited anymore.
No, but that's the thing about this is that when you leave, you're like, oh my god, I'm so glad I got this in today, and I would not have maybe done it, you know, otherwise.
Well, there used to be like in the 80s when working out became like the major thing, you know?
Yeah.
It was like, if you at least did that, then you did something of value with your life today.
Oh, there we go. Let's have you switch sides now. So exactly. Yeah.
So that, I feel like that sort of...
Like you feel accomplished in that sense?
like something was accomplished.
Yep. Totally.
And it's just that power of owning your day and owning your effort.
Totally.
And I don't. I take it all for granted. I take being healthy for granted. I take being fit for granted. I take it all for granted.
Well, you're aware of it, so that's the start, right?
It's a start, and it's the worst because that gives my excuse. Oh, but I'm aware.
Yeah. But see, it's about...
I had to admit to myself that today, again, I do this from time to time. I had to admit today that I'm spoiled rotten.
Okay.
I had to like, you're so spoiled.
Yeah.
You want what you want, and you just throw a fit when you can't have it, even if it doesn't look like a fit.
Yep.
You know?
Exactly. I know what you're saying.
And then...
So let's do this. Cross this leg over this one. And you're going to take your hands and loop this leg. So take your leg in. There we go. I called it the cross and loop.
Yeah.
Stretch. You feel that in your hips?
I do.
Okay, good. Good. So what are you going to do? Because I always talk to my clients that their goal is weight loss. What is your diet plan? As far as like...
Right now my goal is muscle.
Uh-huh.
So I have a natural sort of like, it's going to take my dieting sort of, not, my lifestyle eating habits to enhance, the building the muscle.
Well, I always tell my clients 80% of weight loss is your diet.
Yeah.
So if you're coming in and doing all this work, you want to make sure that at least you've got, like in diet meaning the foods you choose to eat, not a diet.
I get you.
Yeah, like we talked about cleanse in the beginning and how cleanses are, but yeah. So,
I'll just focus on other things when you don't have your mask. Don't worry.
Say that again.
I'll focus on other things when you don't have your mask on for the videos. Don't worry.
Oh my god, no, I was just like, because I was over there taking a drink.
Yeah.
Okay, let's have you do the other side. Okay, good. Okay, so what's your diet like now? What is
So currently I'm doing like a paleo / keto
/ couldn't give a shit.
Okay.
And so I dieted enough that I have standard eating habits of the keto and the paleo diets. It's just because I prefer to eat that way. That doesn't, but I'm not like, let me see.
Tell me about the paleo a little bit, because it's been a long time. They're into clean food, but not low carb necessarily.
No, not low carb.
They're just clean food.
Just clean food. So
Yeah.
like just caveman food. If it didn't exist in the caveman era,
Okay.
then so
Let's go spinal twist.
and that just really helps like mental.
Just leg straight on the ground. The other one's gonna come over here, and you're gonna have your arms in a T. See if you can do. Good. Okay, so it just depends. Now, do you weigh yourself regularly?
I try to at least once a week,
Okay. Yeah, just to keep yourself in check.
just to like know,
Okay.
like if I feel heavy, I want to know if I'm actually heavy. If I feel light, I want to know if I'm actually light.
Isn't that interesting?
I
do
don't.
the
It
mind.
doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't actually, show up on the register. But so that's kind of what I analyze my poop all the time.
Yep.
So like I'm very. I try not to mix my carbs with my proteins.
So that's another style too, right?
That's
Combining that you're
yeah.
doing, that's a big deal.
That's a big deal.
Because people don't realize that's a hard one.
That's
That's
a hard
harder than
one.
I could do low carb all day long and no breads, but when it comes to that, I'm like, oh my
Who
god.
didn't mean pasta, no meat? Like it just.
It's a hard one.
But being across the street from Dharma's makes it a fucking way easy.
Oh my god, I love their tahini sauce.
Right?
Oh my god, I love it.
So.
Okay, let's go other side now.
I mean, but then I splurge and I go and I have the greatest burger on the planet and,
Yeah.
it doesn't have
Yeah.
sourdough. And,
Yeah.
or I don't get a lettuce wrap or whatever.
Exactly, and I know exactly. So most of the times I will, but when I want that bread, I'm gonna have it, or I'll do open face or something. But normally I do the lettuce wraps and all that. But like we just talked about, some days you just want the freaking bread.
And I find that happens about every 3 months or so. My body will crave a burger.
I love it. That's what I have right here. My dad got me a Betty's burger, and I was
Nice.
like trying to get the bread off because I'm not doing the bread right now because I'm gonna have some beverages later, and you gotta balance it all out.
I love it.
So, and that's the thing, people don't know. They're like, how do you eat them? Well, I'm always in my head thinking about, okay, I just had this splurge, so that means I'm light the next, you know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
always mathematically in my head, and I've
Yeah.
done like that since I was in high school. I just ate that, so I'm doing this now. I gotta balance it out. That's why clients are all, how do I just, ate a Sunday. Well, that's great, have this Sunday, just don't have it every day, right?
Yeah.
And so now you just balance it out. You eat super clean for a couple days. You won't gain any weight from that Sunday, and there you go. But you have to balance it.
Yeah. So and you develop your habits over time, so you don't criminalize your failures and shit
Mhm.
like that. That was a huge sort of what I dealt with
Totally.
for myself. Okay, yeah, I was like, why isn't this doing it right?
Well, sometimes, yeah, I tell clients with this one, sometimes it's okay to lift your shoulder off the thing, but it's it's good to go both ways and see how close you get your knee, then go back and forth. So, and that was just halfway through, so that's why we did that. Okay, good. Let's have you go into a knee knock. This is good for the hips and low back. So what you're gonna do is just take your feet, both like this, yeah. But take your knees together and your feet out. Yeah. So I'm gonna have you hold this. Oh, and then how did you feel? I don't even think I asked you.
So I
on your
had
first workout.
up to about 3 days, and then the 4th day I didn't feel anything. The 3rd day was surprisingly the worst.
Third.
Yeah, it was really funny. I had realized I didn't do any massage therapy for myself afterwards, and I had just kind of done a little bit of something before I went to bed or something like that, or when I woke up, just my standard stuff. But but on the 3rd day, I really needed to work my muscles. I really needed to give them a rub because they were It was like first I could feel it out here, and everything was fine. I was used to that.
Butterfly.
But then on the third day, it was all up in here.
Oh,
and
that's that.
like,
Remember that leg one? So let's do butterfly. Knees out to the side, feet touching. Yep.
So that was kind of notable in the sense that
Good.
you know.
Good in the sense that we know that one got good. It's like you
Yeah.
only have to do one set. The first time anybody does that exercise, that's all they need.
Yeah,
Because that is so into. We're not used to working that inner thigh like that.
I loved it. I
Yeah.
loved it. That's what you know. That's always been my gauge as to whether I feel heavy or not. Is how does that look?
Oh, that's your spot.
That's
Okay.
a lot.
We all have our spots, right? So I hear you.
Yeah. So, and you know, because I've learned to be okay with the other parts of my body. I've learned to appreciate not everybody's the same, and mine is what it is, and it's not all bad,
Exactly.
you know. But, you know, I don't know, it's crazy. I don't like super thin, but I love the way my clothes fit.
I know. That's the thing. And then I'm chesty, so when my boobs get too big, and I feel uncomfortable. I don't like it because I feel just
Exposed.
Yeah,
Or
like
like
just
you-
super large, and I'm all ooh, like I
Yeah.
just I don't like it.
I
But-
can have the smallest boobs in the world, and I still think all you see is my boobs.
Really?
It's so weird.
I felt like I was a double D when I was in 6th grade. Like
Oh
I
my
was
God.
just,
I
know,
was in
and
third
tall.
grade. I was in 3rd grade when I had boobs, and I don't
Okay.
oh my God.
What
because
size are you?
Right now, I'm fucking nothing. I'm like an A or something.
Yeah, because I was like, you don't have like,
No, but like when I was a kid, I literally weighed the same amount since 3rd grade.
okay, but then you had
I
the
was a
bigger
lot
chest.
shorter. I was bigger boob.
Got it. Okay, so next thing we're gonna do, now that we're done with all this, we're gonna roll out the upper back with a foam roller. Have you used foam rollers before?
Not like no.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll this underneath you right here. Did we do this last time? No, we didn't. Yeah. So let's do this. I don't know how to drink that black, but anyways,
Such bad workout form.
it's fine.
I
It's
just
fine.
needed my coffee.
No, there's nothing wrong with coffee. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna lift your hips up off the ground. You're gonna take your hands behind your head. You're gonna come down this way to get your upper back.
Okay.
And just let your head go because sometimes that'll help get a crack or a pop if your body needs it.
Okay.
So just roll up and down. Right about there. If you can go lower, go for it. Right? The kidneys. That's really low, yeah. Do one more. You okay?
Yeah.
Now let's go to the kidneys. So just roll on one side to get that side. Just like 4 or 5 roll up and down. Just
Where?
massage them.
Just on the side?
Yeah, just that kidney.
Ah! Yay, yay!
That
Okay,
hurts?
so, yes, still sore from the last time, only it's only barely coming out now that I'm...
Right. Okay, yeah, you can feel it.
I can feel it. Okay. Okay, I'm cheating. I'm cheating.
That's okay. No. If it's not sore, then that's okay. So switch sides.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's all right.
I love it. Oh, my God.
There's no cheating. It's not a cheating. It's just a stage 2 now. And then do the other side too.
Yeah,
Okay. Good. Now let's get you on your back. Let's work those, talking about those inner thighs, you just interluded us into the first exercise that you just made me think of. So, no, stay right there, actually. So, feet together. I'm going to put the ball between your knees, and you're going to have your knees bent, your feet flat. Okay, so all you're going to do is squeeze and release that ball. Just regular, like squeeze it, release it.
My Kegel, what did I call it?
Oh, the Kegel?
Kegel.
The
The Kegel exercise.
Coigle? Oh, that's funny. Just regular. And I'm going to have you switch this up. I'm timing you right now on this one. So, we're going to do all different things than we did last time. And what I like to do is normally just get warmed up, right? Because the inner thighs can be kind of gnarly. Now I'm going to have you squeeze it as tight as you can. Hold that squeeze. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Feet are touching. And release it. So keep that tempo. So now just keep doing that. Okay. You did lunge out.
Oh my god, I can't even do it anymore.
Okay, does it feel... How about going really, really fast? Let's switch the tempo.
Hang on,
What do you feel?
my inner thighs are killing me.
Okay, so let's stop. So we'll do that instead. We'll do 60 instead of 90. So let's have you do a seated butterfly stretch. So sit up this time. Lean forward to get your low back
Oh my god, I'm cold.
and inner thighs.
I always joke I want to have twins. So
Because?
I want to be super. Well, I don't joke. It's not a joke. I do really want twins. When my son was born, my sister had a daughter right at the same time, and so I felt like I had my twins, and I was like, I want my twins for real, because I had to let her go. She's not my kid.
Oh, I see. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. And so like I have a daughter, and she looks just like my son,
Oh, how funny.
and so they're practically twins, except for they're 14 years apart.
Wow.
So it's like again, I got my twins, just not.
Let's see. I remember saying I wanted kids. I wanted a boy and girl 2 years apart. So I ended up being a stepmom and having exactly that.
Yeah.
I'm not in contact with the kids anymore.
But you get what you want somehow.
But I was
some way.
like, holy crap, I still got that.
I just ended a relationship where I didn't get to actually be a part of the kids' life, but he had twins. Oh, it was so hopeful. Oh, I was so hopeful. I was so hopeful. But you know, it just, I always give relationships about 3 years to manifest or not manifest.
Yep.
Before
Oh,
I
there
get-
you go. So 3. Yeah.
Yeah, I get before I get like I get emotional from the start, but
Let's get you up. Yeah, totally. Like you're in when you're in.
yeah, I know like if they love me for 3 years, then they actually will love me. You know what I mean? Like, how many times do we get to know somebody and then 10 years later we're like, God, I don't even like you.
No, it's crazy to think about. Like, I was intimate with you. We had sex, all this stuff. We had this whole, yeah, and then all of a sudden now we hate each other's guts. It's so crazy to think about how you could be so like this and then so not.
Yeah.
Okay, let's come over here. Let's do this one. Actually, I'm thinking I'm gonna go lighter. So wait, you'll pick that one up. Yeah, I'm gonna do this side first. Okay, so this is outer bicep. So remember you were just talking about the arms?
Okay.
So this is a good one for the top of the arm.
Okay.
We'll do bottom after, but just grabbing those weights. That one. Okay, and then all you're gonna do is starting here. This is the start spot. See how I'm going only there?
Okay.
This is the out.
Just to the elbow.
Yeah, just about there. Because then we start to pull the shoulder in. So you're focusing all your energy here. That bicep. And relaxing anything there, which you look fine, but sometimes I can pull a little
It's a tense posture because I'm pushing it down. You know, because I'm aware of body,
mechanics.
too. So there's a part of me that says like, no, my shoulders are definitely in my ears right now, but I have to pull them down.
On a scale of a 1 to 10, how hard is it?
It gets harder and harder each time.
Okay. So what number are you on?
Probably a 7, I guess.
Okay, so let's keep going. Yep. Let's go 10, 9. Oh, I gotta do more. 6. Okay, stop there. That was good. Okay, stop there. So let that go. I'm gonna go back down to something on the ground. Let's do it. So Rachel, you're gonna sit on the end of it and lay down so your head's over here. Did we do this one last time?
I think so.
Okay, perfect. So then keeping your hands on the ground, once you get like situated there, slowly go up towards the top of your head, above your head, touching your fingertips on the top. Staying as close to the ground as you can, and if you have to pop them, or whenever you have to, you pop them up off the ground.
Okay, and we're just going to over the
Yeah,
top.
to the top, touch them, take a breath in, and slowly come down. Back to your hands in a T. Good. And then go back up again. Good. Nice. Slowly going back down. We're going to do one more of those. And then I'm actually going to have you do an abdominal exercise here. One more of those though.
I like these little peaceful, they work you hard, but they're very peaceful. Like,
Right? I'm in peace right now.
it's working. It's working.
Totally.
I don't feel like I'm exercising.
I
I
know.
I'm exercising.
Exactly. Okay, take your hands behind your head now. And you're going to do a core exercise here. So the farther your feet are apart, the easier it is, the closer, the harder it is. Okay? And you got to balance on this. So keeping your chin to the ceiling, just crunching up as you push your stomach into the foam roller. So really that's what's making your head kind of come up. The only reason your hands are behind your head is just to give you support in your neck.
Do I come up all the way?
You can do as much of a crunch as you want. It's not really about how far you move, unless you want to. Plus, this is your first time doing it, so just take it to your comfort zone. And your feet are really close, so you're pretty advanced. You're at an advanced of this one. Remember that balancing we were talking about?
Oh,
That's,
yeah,
that's what this is, yeah. And that's why you're working your core, just trying to keep your feet where they're at. What level are you on?
I don't know.
How hard is it from a scale of 1 to 10?
These are not hardest to balance. That's hard.
Okay. So we're gonna switch it up a little bit. Now you're gonna go part way down. So as high up as you want to go, and then halfway down from that point. So up as high as you can go, halfway down. There you go. Okay, you got your mouth down, which is good over your nose or not over your nose, because this one's hard. You want to be able to, no, you want to be able to breathe. I would say take your mask down. Now, littler pulses. Go up as higher, and there you go. There you go. Do you feel it any differently? Okay, another 15 seconds here. Good, 5 more seconds. Okay, awesome. Woo, good. Okay, let's get you up. Let's do a Bosu exercise. You're gonna kind of stand on the Bosu.
Standing.
Yeah, you're gonna stand up there.
So much not caring about how pretty you are, and then worrying right in the middle about how pretty you are.
Oh, right, it's all of a sudden hitting.
But wait, I kind of resolved not to care.
Yeah. Okay, get your balance, then you're gonna squat to grab those weights.
fast.
Military press. Bench over weight. Did we do this one the other
Nope.
day? Okay. I didn't write down that workout, so I was like, dang it. I'm trying to remember it all right now. I usually write everything down. So, bend all the way over and think about the back of your shoulders. So look down when you go up like this.
Okay, it hurts my neck.
It does.
Yeah.
Okay, then we don't. Then you don't do it. Then you don't do it.
My neck is like always chin up, but
Okay, as long as you feel that, that's okay. I just
Yeah.
didn't want this to be strained.
no.
Okay, then you know.
That keeps it from straining for me.
Okay, perfect.
Do I? Okay. When I go down.
Yep.
Ah,
It's pretty much like you're flying, right?
yeah. Do
So
I?
you could go
take
more
my
like this.
Wings out.
Yeah.
And just wings in.
It's always right here. This is always the stop and start. And come back to it.
Okay.
So I love this one because it works all three areas of the shoulder, right? The front of it, the side of the deltoid, and the back of the deltoid. So you get all those areas. And it's very hard to do it on a bow too, so you're doing great. This is pretty amazing to be able to do this one because you have to keep shifting your weight.
Once I find a rhythm.
Dang it, we jinxed it.
Well, if I can find a rhythm, then I find the inertia that pulls it along.
There you go. What level are you on here?
This is a good, I guess, 4 or 5.
Oh, you're doing that good, huh?
Well,
The arms aren't getting that tired.
My thumbs are starting to get tired.
Okay, let's go 5 more.
And plus, I just fell off, so I was able to read.
Oh, recalibrate?
Yeah.
A reboot.
Before I came in here, I sat with the stones because I had no energy.
Yeah.
So I was like, you gotta get it. you gotta get that rest before you go and work out.
What do you mean? Did you lay them on you and then lay down?
I took my largest, hottest stone and just put it in my gut, so it just kind of woke up my core chakra.
Oh. All right.
And then just did my breathing exercises, because certain places of the body are going to trigger the whole, right?
Oh yeah.
So that's just kind of, if I really was feeling mentally exhausted, then I might have put it behind my neck.
Yeah, yeah.
So it just
Totally.
depends on what part of the body is dictating the.
One more.
Okay.
Exactly. Exactly. Okay, squat to put those down, staying up there. Okay. Wow, great. Let's get you off there. You did great on that today.
This time.
It's only the second time you've done it. What the heck? Pretty freaking good.
Conviction, man. Conviction.
So, taking that bar, going up and over, just stretching out those shoulder muscles you just worked.
Oh, we love that. I love the bar. I always, again, I take everything for granted. I take for granted that I'm stretching enough when I stretch.
Yeah.
And this really shows you, like, no, you got more. There's more.
Exactly. Okay. So, let's do push-ups now. Have you ever done it on the Swiss ball before?
Yes, I think I have, yeah.
Okay. So what you're gonna do?
Not that I know how, but.
Yeah. What you're gonna do is roll onto that.
Front side?
Yeah, front side, and you'll roll down till you get to about your thigh, knee area. So hands on the ground, and your wrists are okay, right? You don't have wrist problems? Okay. So, yeah, exactly. And you want to think about your chin being above your fingertips. That's the hard part. But your arms farther apart, otherwise you'll work your triceps. Okay, more. So you're just gonna dip down, and then push back up.
Okay.
Using those chest
Where do I do
muscles.
my elbows? Do the elbows go out or?
Whatever feels good, right? So what you're doing looks good. If your elbows are more inwards, you're gonna work the tricep more like the yoga, right?
Yeah.
That works the triceps more.
Sometimes I need my neck, and so I go out. It just depends. Like I don't like.
Yeah.
Nothing dictates other than like what's needed.
Yeah, except you want to just mainly it's just keeping that form. And so I love to do push-ups a lot of different ways. Sometimes you'll do them like this. Sometimes you're going to do them on the ground, flat. You know, this gets the upper chest more. Think about your head, your chin being more here. I know it's harder because you're working it. That's the true. Guys are coming out. I could do so many push-ups. I'm all, let me see how you do them.
Right?
You're not doing them right, honey.
I cripple myself. I can't do push-ups. My goal is to be able to do 20 push-ups, like standard push-ups.
Okay. And good. Let's stop right there. Let's have you get on the ball now and do a back bend on it. Good. Long deep breaths.
Yeah, I was told to invest in one of these balls a long time ago if I actually think I want to work out at all.
Yeah, they're good to have. I mean, I just mainly do stretches on it, but there's so many things you could do with it, right? But
yeah, I was working with the trainer. I didn't really find the workout to my liking.
Yeah.
I mean, I learned a lot and stuff, and there's a lot. I just didn't mesh well, I guess.
Yeah.
Which I hate to say, because I think that's like just my personal flaw. You know?
Right.
But I like.
Okay, let's get you up.
I just thought the workout went against my body rather with it.
Yeah.
And, you know.
Let's come over here.
I'm stubborn. I'll adapt, but only so much. You can't make me hurt myself.
Right? So just a bicep curl. You're going to switch this up in a little bit. Yeah, no, we don't. Just no, we don't want it to get any hurts.
Right? But I mean, at the same time, you don't want to be afraid of, working other muscles.
Halfway up. Down. Exactly.
So I didn't want to give it up. But yeah, my shoulders and my neck
All the
are
way.
very
All the way up now.
hard to keep in place. So I don't I don't feel comfortable folding forward or having my
Halfway down.
having anything cave inward.
Exactly, right. All the way again. Two more. When I take this weight in a second, I want you to do this stretch. Okay. Whew. All right. So let's go into a tricep, and then I would like to go into your measurements. So I want you to be in a bridge on this ball, laying down on your back, so your head is supported on there. I think you did some bridge things the other day ago, right?
I think
so.
so.
You're like that, exactly. You want to be like someone's gonna come eat something off you, right? Like your table. Okay, right here. Stay here for a second. It's like so many shit. These legs are gonna lose. Okay, so elbows to the ceiling. No, never. It just a little light. No, I've had these for 16 years. They don't. But I just get a little nervous with starting. Okay, so knee, elbows to the ceiling, and then just go down.
Elbows to the ceiling.
And then breathe out as you push up. There you go. Working that part. The wing. Good. Hips up, abs tight, pushing through the heels. 10. What level are you on?
I don't know, I'm ending it though.
Done?
Yeah.
Okay, so that means like a 9.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
That's how you stretch out your triceps.
as soon as I start thinking about it, then I'm done. Like, I go on and on and on until you say don't, you know, but as soon as you make me think about it, I'm like, oh, I can't do shit. What are you talking about?
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
I should have pushed you to do 3 more like I did last week when you did that.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you gotta do 3 more then. Okay,
That's-
so stretch out
That's what
the.
I mean by like taking it for granted. Like, it doesn't matter. My brain doesn't know how to not say like, yeah, I'm done. What do you mean? I don't need no more. I'm fine.
Right. Okay, let's get you up. Let's get your measurements real quick and we'll call it a day. Like,
Cool. No, that felt great. So perfect.
you did good. You got the full body in, so hippity hips. So I don't know if you want all these measurements. You can look at it.
It's up to you. I mean, yes, I guess so.
Okay. Oh, I gotta get this call.
Go for it.
I was expecting
get
it right at
coffee.
the end of your. Okay. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Hello.